Hello everyone, this is Psych in Action. Welcome to my channel. Have you ever felt like your brain just doesn't cooperate when you need it the most? Maybe it's when you're staring at a blank screen, knowing a deadline is pushing, but feeling like every idea you've ever had has vanished. Or perhaps it's that foggy sensation in the middle of a workday when even simple tasks feel like climbing a mountain. You're not alone. You've probably heard the common claim that we use only a small fraction of our brain's full capacity. While the exact science behind this statement is debatable, it's true that most of us don't tap into our mind's full potential in our day-to-day routines. Today, we're going to dive into relatable, real-life scenarios to uncover how you can activate more of your brain's power and truly supercharge your mental performance for any challenge that comes your way. Our brains are incredibly complex machines, but they didn't evolve to sit behind a desk for 8 hours a day. In prehistoric times, our mental faculties were tuned for survival, spotting threats, planning hunts, and solving immediate, tangible problems. Fast forward to today, and our mental workload has shifted. The brain now needs to process abstract information, stay focused on screens, and churn through endless to-do lists. This mismatch creates what scientists call cognitive overload. It's like trying to run the latest video game on an outdated computer. Things get slow, frustrating, and sometimes even crash. Dr. John Sweller's cognitive load theory explains how too much information at once overwhelms our mental processing capacity. But here's the kicker. You can upgrade your brain's performance, just like upgrading a computer, by understanding your own system deeper. Let's break this down a bit more. Imagine your brain as having 3 tiers: the reflexive system, which handles basic survival; the reactive system, responsible for managing social and emotional responses; and the reflective system, which is all about higher order thinking and problem solving. When cognitive overload happens, the reflective system gets bogged down, and the reactive system takes over, leading to poor decisions and mental fatigue. We're living in an age where our cognitive systems are constantly pushed to their limits by notifications, multitasking, and endless responsibilities. A recent study shows that average people in their workplaces switches tasks every 3 minutes, often due to interruptions. This constant fragmentation not only undermines focus and productivity, but also leaves people feeling like they're always playing catch-up, struggling to finish even the most straightforward tasks before the next distraction appears. Let's tackle one big myth head-on: multitasking. You've probably heard people boast about being great multitaskers, but the truth is, our brains are not built for it. According to research by neuroscientist Earl Miller, switching between tasks wastes more time and energy than sticking to one job at a time. When you multitask, your brain doesn't actually handle multiple things at once. Instead, it toggles between tasks, and every switch burns up precious cognitive resources. It's like trying to play 2 instruments simultaneously. To truly maximize mental clarity, focus on monotasking, where you give your full attention to one activity. Here's a practical experiment. Next time you're working, try using a stopwatch to track how often you switch between tasks. You might be shocked to find how much time is wasted just shifting focus. To regain control, tools like the Eisenhower matrix, which separates tasks into urgent and important, non-urgent but important, urgent but less important, and neither urgent nor important, can be transformative. By focusing on the top 2 categories, you'll ensure that your energy goes toward tasks that truly matter, not just what screams for immediate attention. Have you ever experienced a moment where time just melted away and everything you were doing felt effortless and deeply engaging? That's called the flow state, a term popularized by psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. To get into flow, your brain needs the right balance of challenge and skill. Not too easy, not too hard. Think of it as a mental sweet spot. You can prime your brain for flow by, first, eliminating distractions, turn off notifications. Second, setting specific, achievable goals. Last but not the least, breaking work into focused time blocks. Csikszentmihalyi's research highlights that people who regularly experience flow tend to be happier and more productive. Why? Because flow bypasses the brain's inner critic and allows you to work seamlessly on tasks without second-guessing yourself. However, achieving flow requires more than just the right mindset. It's about building a supportive environment, both internally and externally. Consider redesigning your workspace to make it more conducive to focus. Keep it clutter-free and add elements like plants, natural lighting, or even calming background music. Studies show that environments with biophilic designs, ones that incorporate nature, boost concentration and reduce stress. Here's another truth bomb. Your brain isn't a separate entity from your body. What you eat, how you move, and how much you sleep profoundly impact your mental clarity. Nutrition. Foods rich in omega-3s, antioxidants, and vitamins can act as fuel for your brain. Avoid sugar spikes. The initial burst of energy is followed by a crash. Exercise. Movement boosts blood flow to the brain. Even a 10-minute walk can increase focus and creativity. Sleep. Sleep isn't just rest. It's when your brain consolidates memories and clears toxins. Skimping on sleep is like skipping oil changes for your car. You might keep going, but at what cost? Let's expand this. A study by Dr. Matthew Walker, author of Why We Sleep, reveals that even one night of poor sleep can reduce cognitive performance by up to 30%. Regular sleep deprivation not only impairs memory and focus, but also weakens emotional resilience. Meanwhile, physical activity doesn't just benefit your body. Aerobic exercises like jogging or cycling stimulate the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that supports the growth and maintenance of neurons. If the gym isn't your thing, even consistent stretching or yoga can boost brain health by improving circulation and reducing stress. Your brain isn't static. It's constantly rewiring itself based on your experiences and habits. This ability, called neuroplasticity, is one of neuroscience's most exciting discoveries. You can train your brain like a muscle. Here's how. 1. Learn something new. Take up a hobby, learn a language, or play a musical instrument. 2. Practice inner peace. Meditation can reshape brain pathways associated with focus and emotional regulation. 3. Challenge assumptions. Step out of your comfort zone. New experiences stimulate neural growth. To expand, let's consider the concept of deliberate practice. Deliberate practice involves not just repeating a task, but actively identifying areas for improvement and working on them with focused effort. For example, instead of casually playing the guitar, concentrate on mastering challenging chords or techniques. This focused struggle is what rewires the brain most effectively. In our hustle culture, rest is often seen as laziness, but neuroscience says otherwise. Downtime is when your brain's default mode network kicks in. Proved by abundant neuroimaging studies, the DMN doesn't mean your brain is completely shut down. In fact, it's often more active during these moments than when you're consciously focusing. This activity provides your brain with a chance to organize information, consolidate learning, and clear out cognitive trash, making room for new insights and problem solving. Ever noticed how your best ideas come in the shower, meditation, or Vipassana yoga? That's your DMN at work. Schedule intentional breaks. Activities like journaling, walking in nature, or even daydreaming can recharge your mental batteries. Let's dig deeper into rest. Active rest, like engaging in light, enjoyable activities, can be more restorative than passive rest, such as binge-watching TV. A study by Mark Berman at the University of Chicago shows that spending time in nature enhances working memory and focus. If nature walks aren't accessible, even looking at pictures of greenery can help. So, is it possible to make mental work feel as natural as physical flow states? Absolutely. By understanding your brain's limitations and strengths, you can create a lifestyle that supports peak mental performance. Remember to focus deeply, nourish your body, leverage neuroplasticity, and most importantly, give yourself permission to rest. The key takeaway here is balance. Productivity isn't about grinding yourself into the ground, it's about aligning your habits with how your brain works best. With the strategies we've covered, you're not just surviving the mental demands of modern life, you're thriving. So, that's all for today's video. If you find it inspiring or helpful, please subscribe to my channel, like it, and share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and see you until the next time.